Hi everyone, welcome back to the Justice4AaronBrady Campaign. Just following up on our live video yesterday from outside the Virgin Media studios in Ballymount, Dublin, where we delivered an envelope to Muireann O'Connell. So directly underneath this video, both on YouTube and on Facebook, we will give you the full context and the content of that letter. So we are, or we were, requesting that Muireann, who was due to host this event here, as you can see, it's Who Killed Unyielding and the Mother at Lordship Credit Union. It's a true crime series, and Muireann was to host on stage Mr. Clifford and of course Mr. Pat Marry. So we had left some literature in with Muireann and had asked her, in the interest of fairness and proper journalism, that she asked Pat Marry some questions. So we give her the letter, and the full content of this letter will be directly below this video. And something we're going to be looking at in more detail now over the coming weeks is just a code of ethics that a journalist in England actually sent us, Society of Professional Journalism, and it runs through the ethics that any decent, respectable journalist should, the ethics he should work to, or she should work to. And we can say without fear of contradiction that the mainstream journalists in Ireland have absolutely destroyed this piece of paper here and have been pathetic in upholding and being respectful to the memory of Detective Garda Adrian Donoghue. So we've also given Muireann some photographs and information in relation to the modern robbery, the actual incidents, the moments Detective Garda Adrian Donoghue lost his life. She now has, and Virgin Media News Desk should be fully aware of the 4 men who attacked the car park that night, and it is unequivocally there for everyone to see. None of them can be Aaron Brady. It is as simple as that. So we wait to see how Muireann will deal with this information, because we had hoped that when she had the narcissistic layer and self-promoting egotist Pat Marry on stage, that she could put some of these questions to him. But unfortunately, we received this email here yesterday. There we go, I'll just put it up on the screen. I had bought tickets for the event, and obviously we were going to go to the event and just hand out some leaflets and some details about the men who shot and murdered Detective Garda Adrian Donoghue. But I got this email, and you can see there, Dear Mr. Brady, 19th of October 2024, 18:30 at the Civic. True crime, Pat Marry and Mick Clifford in conversation with Muireann O'Connell. Due to unforeseen circumstances, true crime, Pat Marry and Mick O'Connell in conversation with Muireann O'Connell, presented as part of the Red Lane Book Festival 2024, has been cancelled. We will be in touch as soon as possible regarding refunds, or you can call us on this number. And I do believe it's the Civic Theatre, the library, or the council did actually telephone me and advised me of the cancellation of the show. Now, I did ask that if the whole show was cancelled, and we have it recorded that the lady told us that the show was definitely not going ahead. And unfortunately, at this moment in time, there was no plans to reschedule the event. So very, very disappointing. Very disappointing that Muireann had the opportunity to put the questions to Mr. Pat Marry. But just because the event is cancelled, Muireann, I don't see any reason why you cannot further investigate the information we handed across the desk in Virgin Media yesterday. You, along with many broadcasters in Ireland at the time of the Modern robbery, were rightly very upset and distraught when you were bringing the news of the murder to the Irish public. And I'm certain that any right-thinking person would be upset or dismayed to realise that an innocent man was serving 40 years in prison for the murder of Detective Guard Adrian Donoghue. A man whom we have shown you in the little booklet, it is physically impossible. And indeed, there are scores, hundreds of other issues regards the evidence that was used to gain a conviction against Aaron. But we're just going to focus in on this point for the moment. And of course, Muireann, or anyone, the crime editor, or any of the editors, producers at Virgin Media, if they wish to speak to the Justice4AaronBrady Campaign at any time, or just a phone call or an email away. So unfortunately, the event is cancelled. Muireann doesn't have the opportunity on Saturday evening, but I will very, very strongly say again, Muireann, your responsibility doesn't stop just because this show was cancelled. If you have, as you say, a responsibility to the Irish people whom you speak to every morning, surely you have a responsibility to ask the questions. As we have said to our supporters and those that are following Aaron's campaign, we are not shouting, we're not asking for anyone to jump up and down shouting Aaron Brady is innocent, Aaron Brady is innocent. Someone like yourself who's professional and involved in broadcasting, we simply want you to put forward the questions. And if those questions can be answered, it lays to rest anything we've said. And again, we have to raise the point here, a very valid point from our behalf. If any of what we give you today, Muireann, or yesterday, anything we handed over to you yesterday was incorrect, was tampered with, was false, was misleading in any way, it would be a blaze on Adrian Donoghue's memory. It would be disgusting. But we will stand over everything in that booklet as we have stood over everything in our 500 videos, podcasts, lives and interviews. So I think that's fairly straightforward. Just because the show's off, Muireann, so to speak, you're not off the hook as far as we're concerned, and we would seriously hope that you will follow up on it. And finally, we will be doing a number of these drop-ins and leaving this information with a number of outlets and politicians. And I think it is fair to say, and you'll see from the letter when you read through the letters that we are going to hand out, we're not asking anymore, we're demanding. We're demanding that someone look at this situation. We are demanding that our son is freed. We are demanding that the man who was framed get his freedom. This has gone on far too long. All the evidence is there. We've created the library now for everyone to see, and it has to stop. So thank you again for watching. We look forward to hearing, and we'll keep you updated if Virgin Media or Muireann O'Connell get in contact with us, obviously, and we'll move forward from that. And we will be doing a number of lives in the next week. Thank you very much. Please like, comment and share. We've been very heavily censored. Very heavily censored. Aaron's website has been completely obliterated, despite all our efforts to try and keep it online. So please like, comment and share. And thank you for watching the Justice4AaronBrady Campaign. Thank you.